God's biggest moments in your life is not your greatest achievement. It was holding a girl's hand in the rain. And that was God. And we bow to those moments. We bow in holy adoration for the moment that God became you. The world is going to try to take you out of everything that you do. And the world is going to try to separate you from yourself and then make you go do things. The world will try to make everything in your life about the experience and not about you having the experience. And the world will make you irrelevant and everything else relevant. But God is trying to do the opposite. God's trying to reverse every equation that society has taught us. The world makes it important what kind of job you have, and God makes it important that you are in that job. The job is not defining who you are defining that job. The world thinks that some basic things are important, like learning to walk. If you think of a child who has Down syndrome, the doctors will say Down syndrome is determining her ability to walk. God is you in costume. And the costume that this little girl is wearing is a medical condition called Down syndrome. The costume that God is wearing is you. You're God's costume. If you were this little girl, God and you are wearing the costume of Down syndrome. And the reason you and God chose this costume is because when you walk with this costume, it teaches you to appreciate each time your toe has to curl and each pressure point on the bottom of your foot, every dip in the road or a rock that you have to step over. And you notice details that you would never notice if you weren't wearing the costume of Down syndrome. And I know that everyone else in the world is just walking around. They just take walking for granted. But you wanted to feel what it's like to really walk, to relearn walking every day. Like, what if every day were new? You woke up and you couldn't walk. You have to pay attention. You have to relearn it every day. And then how grateful would you be for your feet? Maybe God just wanted to experience having feet in your life. Like not hands, not washing cars, not going to college, just having feet. Feet are really important. Without our feet, we cannot touch the ground. The ground is what holds our life. Or maybe God wants to experience sadness every day, just to hear the layers of that song. To hear sadness like one hears a symphony, all parts of the orchestra, playing in her soul over and over again, to listen to sadness as though it were her song. The world wants us to be productive, to do as many things as possible. But God just wants to do one thing, just one thing, or one thing at a time. But God wants one thing. God doesn't want many things. And I think that's what angels teach us. that every action and every moment and every thought, one at a time, is what matters. It's not everything that matters. It's just one thing. One thing that helps God experience the power of your soul, to enjoy the beauty of your soul, to feel the joy of your soul, to feel the laughter of your soul, to know the hopelessness of your soul. In God's mind, your soul has this gorgeous tone, like a color. It possesses an ocean. Inside of your sadness, there are waterfalls. Inside your rage, there are storms. Inside your strife, there is wind. And inside your peace, there's a meadow. God is here inside of you, savoring each essence of your soul, one essence at a time. God is taking her time, savoring you. You are her treasure of beingness. God can wait for hours. Hours! You know, there was a time in her youth, in your youth, where God waited for hours, nervously pacing, sweating, and then finally, this girl that she had a crush on arrived. The first day that God touched a girl's hand and held it in the rain. That is what God is after. She will wait all day and throughout your entire puberty for that one event. You might be comparing yourself to your older brother who started a software company and made gazillions of dollars in his youth. And what did you do in your youth? You held a girl's hand in the rain. And God would say, yeah, I wanted to experience you, us, touching that girl's hand in the rain. I wanted this. What your brother's gazillions could never buy. The way she looked at us with her gray eyes. And when she saw me in your eyes, she saw that we were good. You cannot buy desire. To desire one thing and to be desired in return. Desire is a trait of the human soul. You can't get it or have it through your ego or your effort. None of your energy can earn desire. You just have to be it. You have to burn inside your soul for one thing. And that sacred flame within you will call forth the angels. And the rain will begin to fall. The moon will peek out from behind the clouds. The starlight mixed with the humidity of the falling water on her cheek. And your skin is burning in the moonlight. And her gray eyes, the slickness of her skin. All of that. For a moment of desire, God has given up all your other quests. He spent your whole youth pining for one girl, and then one night she touched her hand. You have to understand what God wants in your life. She wants to feel your soul alive. and everything else that deadens your soul, God kind of lets it fall to the wayside. And instead she focuses on stroking that one sacred flame within you. Because God wants to experience your soul burning and rising and ascending. God wants to experience the world as you. And if something is not letting you be you, it's not letting God experience your life as you. God designed your life for you to have these moments of gratitude, to be two things, alive and you, and nothing else matters but God's one true desire. You and no one will ever be able to compete with God's one true desire. And I dare you to make her give it up. Her soul yearns to be you. For moments in your life, for the setup, the allure, the seduction, everything is building up, building up, building up for her moment. The moment that she gets to be you. God's biggest moments in your life is not your greatest achievement. It was holding a girl's hand in the rain. And that was God. And we bow to those moments. We bow in holy adoration for the moment that God became you.